Should I go?
Yeah.
I think for us, I think the warmth, the people. I think everyone that we met from start to finish were amazing people, and they're people that I felt very instantly invested in.
I think it's something that you can't quite pinpoint. It's almost like when you're buying a house, you walk in and you just get the sense, and we 100% felt that the moment we came here, and it just felt kind and warm and felt like arms were wide open.
I go as far as saying it felt like the school that we would have really loved to be at when we were growing up, and I think you're right. There's an instinctive feeling when you meet the people, meet the staff, you hear the noise and the excitement. That I think the children really love being here.
He is instantly relaxed here. He's calm, he's happy, he's got a really lovely group of friends, and he, I think, has had at times kind of felt, prior to coming to Battle, has felt anxiety and pressure, and I just don't think he has that here. I think he feels very at ease, and you can see that's reflected in the way that he communicates with the teachers, and there's a lovely rapport with him and the staff, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's happy. I would say, and I think we have had him at a different school when he really wasn't happy, which is an incredibly difficult place to be, because his communication stops. You can tell his shoulders drop. Everything that he needed actually was something that Battle gave him. And I've said to Mr. Thorley many times, I think I'm not overstating this, but I think he was saved by the school. He was not himself when he got here, and the school listened to what we felt he needed and instantly supported him. But I think he's absolutely found a school and a platform he's been given to become the best version of himself. I mean, he's already quite big and loud, but as you know, but I think he's found this place where he can really grow, and
he doesn't have to fit the box. I think that's the beauty of this school, that you can be the person you want to be and that you naturally are without having to conform to expectations.
I think that's really important. I think to not have a school that has one set idea as to what the end version of your son or daughter should be is, in my opinion, massively outdated. I think the way that this school looks at who that child is, gives them, rather than blinkers, and moves them into something which is meant to be the kind of the parent's ideal. Here, I think they're very much, it's the opposite. The funnel goes the right way, mm-hmm. and they're able to extend, they're able to see things they wouldn't be able to see. They're able to learn, and actually they're able to be prepared to be an adult, I think, which is really important. So many of the schools, I think, micromanage to such an unbelievable, it's such a problem, where they see the children as being such problems. They micromanage them, which involves massive rules, massive anxiety, actually, that these poor children have. Whereas I think at Battle, it's almost self-governing. It's clear. All the children look after each other. There's a respect between the children and the teachers. Would you say?
Definitely.
I think that allows them to be prepared for the next steps in life.
And I think there's trust as well between the teachers and the pupils. I think they both trust each other, and therefore that gains respect and trust. And so the children don't push the boundaries as much as they might do if they were very heavily governed and had strict rules.
Actually, one other thing we've spoken to Monty, who's coming in September, is the year groups. It's really important, the year groups. I think you'd find Jay, he doesn't just know the people in his year, he knows the guys above, even below, from different schools. But that's so wonderful, isn't it? That they all mix, and they're encouraged to mix. Obviously they're going to sixth form, so they'll both be together in the sixth form rooms. But how lovely, and I really think how lovely to have the upper sixth kind of looking after the lower sixth, and probably the other way around as well. And I think though that sixth form being very invested, as Alfie is, to look after the kids in the younger years as well. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's really nice. We had quite a lot of contact with the school at the beginning to ensure he was settling in, and the school were incredible. They were so responsive and proactive, and latterly we haven't had to have much contact with the school because he's so settled and so happy. But whenever we have been in touch with the school, they have been very proactive and responsive, haven't they?
Yeah, totally. I think it's like dealing with real people, and I think, you know, a lot of, I think there's, I don't know whether it's certain schools worry so much about reputation or they certainly worry so much about their grades, that worry about their grades, and I guess therefore their reputation seems to supersede what we really want, which is, can you make sure our children are okay? I think Battle is exactly that. Battle switches that all over and says the kids will do really well because they've got the right environments, there's good class sizes, they've got great teachers who are also, I would say, probably as much their friends, you know, it's in a respectful way. You know, there is, as you say, there's trust between both. But you know, I think that's great, and it makes a big difference, doesn't it? Yeah.
He did. He settled really quickly.
Probably the biggest difference we have between Battle and our experience at other schools is that the people that wrapped themselves around him when he got here was amazing. Do you remember every single day someone would be there as we drove him in? We drove him in for a bit just to make sure he was settled, and it was...
He was always met at the door, he was taken, and we were always told that if he couldn't face first lesson, he could go and sit and have some time out and just kind of gather himself, and that was really what he needed. The pastoral support here has been incredible, and that's really what we needed at the time. So it's been amazing.
I think it's the key to a child being happy, and I think when you've got a happy child, you know, they tend to learn pretty well.
I think the team here are just amazing. Everyone is so supportive and so kind and friendly as well. You walk in and everyone knows who you are, everyone knows who your child is, and it's just a really warm, lovely environment.
I mean, I second that completely. I think it's there is a very natural feeling that you get from the school, which I think is not forced. It's as it should be.
And it's genuine.
This school allows the child to be the child, and that is really special to us. It is, as you say, completely genuine. I think that rubs off entirely on the children, and they really embrace that actually. So I remember talking to Mr. Thorley once, you know, about Monty, who's coming in September, and he said, we're going to give you the platform to make it. He said, you're already big, and you're big in your school, but when you come here, we're going to make you the biggest version of yourself. But the point is, it's of yourself rather than what we see you should be, and I think that's extraordinary. So it's been amazing. I think you have to experience it for yourself. What I would say is that a lot of the schools will take you around a tour of children that are quite specifically told to stand up and say certain things, and I think we never got the feeling that was right. You know, what we wanted to see exactly what it was like. I think everything is true and on show here. You know, I think actually even down to Richard saying, look, some of the facilities we haven't got, some of the games pitches we haven't got, but what we've got in return is amazing, and we're going to give you the best of everything. And I think, so there's an honesty there, you know, which I think is absolutely right. You must come and tour this school, you must come and feel the energy and the love for yourself, because it's something that, you know, I wouldn't have believed it. We were looking for this school as the follow on actually, weren't we, from the from the prep, and it's the closest thing to exactly what we wanted that we found here.